history, although some of this you're going to probably give me a little bit more history on. The city of Omaha annexed Benson in 1917. And at that time, there were no parks here. In 1931, the city acquired land north of Military Avenue, which is now Benson Park. It's 217 acres, and it has an ice rink, a lake, a pavilion, scenic picnic, and it has this great building in it here. There was a 9-hole golf course that opened in the park in 1931, and it closed in 1947. Then it reopened in the 60s with an 18-hole golf course. There was a tornado that landed between the ice rink and the lake in what year?
73?
75.
1975. The tornado landed between the ice rink and the lake. And so then the park was renovated in 1999, and one of the renovations were where they deepened the lake for fishing. The ice rink history. Benson Ice Rink, go ahead and take a comment card too if you would, was originally built in 1970 as an open-air facility. It had a metal cover. Shortly thereafter, the little sides were filled in, and then the roof gap was completed between the rink and the concessions building. I call that the link, the roof link. You'll hear about that a little bit later. It's 23,500 square feet. It has the rink, it has a lobby, it's gate rental, restrooms, and 2 locker rooms. So I went from page 2 to 8.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Last ice rink history. Last winter, the roof connector, that little link between the ice rink and the concessions building, that roof there that had been connected failed on a very heavy snow load scenario, and the facility was closed. This summer, we commissioned a study by Cal Hines Architects that was completed right here. And it was to study the condition of the Benson Ice Arena, as well as look at the general availability of ice in the city and in basically greater Omaha. So the existing conditions on the rink. The size is 85 by 185. It's non-regulation, which is too small for high school, college, or USA hockey. So it's slightly smaller, slightly shorter than a regulation rink. The dasher boards are concrete, and that's not very good because when you check someone into concrete, it's way too hard, and there's a potential danger to being hurt if someone's checked into one of those dasher boards. And we're going to tell you that these are things that were found out in the study. On the locker rooms, they're not large enough, and they have no showers. Typically, a rink would need 4 locker rooms, so you can go from league to league at the same. You can go from one league to another. So we have 2, and there's no showers. Existing conditions, accessibility. The facility is not accessible. There's no accessible entrance. There's no accessible path of travel. This is for someone in a wheelchair or someone who has some disabilities. This is per the Americans with Disabilities Act. The restrooms are not accessible. Basically, nothing inside the facility is accessible. Existing conditions, ice. The refrigeration system, the refrigerant goes through both the refrigeration system and the ice rink floor. It's a direct system. It is 36 years old and in fair condition. This type of floor will typically last about 25 years. It has poor quality frost protection below the floor, and that was installed in 1975. There are 6,000 pounds of the refrigerant R22 that's pumped through the equipment and through the ice rink floor. That's why it's direct. It was in its day, it was the best. Today they separate the refrigerant from the floor, and they transfer the heat from one to another, so they'll use different systems. Today there's 6,000 pounds of refrigerant. The R22 refrigerant is scheduled to be phased out by the EPA in 2020. And the cost of R22 has increased 350% in the last 5 years, and the cost has doubled just in the last year. On the ice, go one back. On the ice, I have 2 slides and you have 1. 2 years ago, we opened a week late. Last year, we opened 2.5 weeks late. every year we open, it takes more and more for us to open because the equipment is older, and the refrigerant in particular. It's the ice rink floor that really takes us time. The roof damage. There was considerable roof damage from the snow, and there are, in addition, other problems. We have gutters, we have soffit problems, we have all kinds of water at the exterior perimeter, and that's a lot of it is due to basically not keeping up on the maintenance over the years, as well as the snow. So, operational. There's some operational issues. I'm giving you all the things that are wrong with it, obviously, because that was part of the study. The Zamboni.
You missed the bird nest.
Oh, I did go back.
Outside the soffit, it's right there.
Which one's the bird nest?
I think that's bird nesting material at the bottom edge.
Oh, I thought that was snow.
Okay.
Operationally, the Zamboni door height is too low. So when someone drives the Zamboni from the ice into the storage, they have to lean way over so that they don't knock themselves out when they park the Zamboni. That has to be fixed. Exterior building repairs obviously are needed. General indoor remodeling is needed. And then the building lighting is inadequate.